Hey guys, it's Landon with RH. This is the second video I'm doing in what I think is going to be a 3-video set that shows you how you can use Gemini AI for exam prep. We're specifically talking about survey exam prep today, but you can use it for other types of exam prep as well. So we are working on a basic survey math exam for folks here at Redefined Horizons, and I have prepared some exhibits. So in the last video, you saw me upload one of those exhibits and generate test questions. So I've got another exhibit here. I'll just show it to you. So it's got basically a route center line, like a highway route center line, and it's got some information. I've numbered the radius points in the point. I forget what they call this, the intersection of the tangents here. And I've got some center line data, bearing and distances on the straight segments and the information on the 3 curves. So we want to see if people can do some basic, calc some stations and do some other basic math here. So let's go ahead and pull that over. Now I have, since I did the last video, upgraded to Gemini Advanced, which is $20 a month. It's worth the money. Spend the money. It's so worth It's worth $2,000 a month, not $20 a month. If you're a small business owner. So I'm going to go ahead and upload. One of the nice things about Advanced is you can actually upload PDF files, so you don't have to take screenshots of your PDFs like I was doing before. So let me go find where I have this stashed. So this is Exhibit 5. And we're going to grab that exhibit. Okay, now we want to tell Gemini a little bit about this. So you say, hi Gemini, I've uploaded an exhibit of a route center line, let's say from land surveying. It shows the center line with numbers identifying the start and end of each straight line segment and curve segment. The radius points of the curves and the tangent intersections of the curves are also labeled. Those are labeled with letters. The end points of the segments are labeled with numbers. There are 2 tables on the exhibit. The first table contains the bearing and the horizontal distances and bearings of the straight line segments. Second table contains the central angle and radius of the curves. All units, let's say all distance units are in feet. All bearings and angles are in degrees, minutes, seconds format. Now you may not need to tell it all this, but I find I get better results if I just explain a little bit of what's on the exhibit. All of the curves are tangent curves. Please, so I'm going to ask it for some questions now, and I think I'm going to do, I'm trying to get 12 questions for each exhibit, and I want to do them in sets of 4. So we're going to say, please give me 4 multiple choice questions that require the calculation of arc lengths for the curve segments. So it's doing that now. So here you go. I like this one, it's a little different. It wants to know total length of all the curves. Okay, and then we'll say, so that's great. That's great. Please provide the solutions for each of the questions. Please show your work. So it's going to give me the answers now with the calculations, right, which is awesome. The advanced version has this a little bit different styling on the actual calcs, which is great. Say that is amazing. So I'm going to say, can you please give me 4 more multiple choice questions that require the calculation of northing and easting coordinates for segment endpoints. Assume point number 1 has a northing of 50,000 and an easting of 30,000. So I'm going to give it a northing and easting that wasn't on the diagram, and it'll get me questions here. Okay, and then we'll say, that's great. Please provide me the solutions to those 4 questions. Show your work. So now it's showing me the work, which is awesome. So I don't know why I keep telling it that's great, but it just feels like I need to do that. So then we're going to say, please, we're going to say, assume that point number 2 has a route alignment. I have no idea if this is going to work. Station of 320 plus 52.15. Please provide 4 multiple choice questions that require the calculation of stations or other points on the diagram. So we'll see if it knows enough to work with route station. Yep, looks like it does. Okay, so we're going to say, that's great. Please provide me with the solutions to those questions and show your work. So now it's going to show me how it calculated the stationing. This is amazing. I mean, this technology is amazing. Okay, so that's great. So I haven't tried this yet, but let's just try it. Say, can you provide me with 3 one-paragraph word questions based on the diagram? So let's see if it'll give me some word problems. So it's asking me to calculate the pavement area, which is great. It's doing some construction problems, but I really like this. I think that's fantastic. So now we want to just export what we've got here. So we're going to say, can you put all of the information you've provided to me in a single document that I can export to PDF. So I haven't tried that yet. So it's giving me all the calculations here. Yeah, so that's not really what I wanted. So it didn't do exactly what I wanted there. So what you might have to do is you might have to come up and say, so I'm going to scroll up to the first. All right. Okay, so here's the questions. So I actually like it where I have the question and the answers. So we're going to say, I don't think it'll let me. Yeah. I don't know if Google Docs is going to keep the formatting. Let's see if Google Docs keeps the formatting. I'm not sure if it does. Well, that wasn't very helpful. I got this. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was this. So let's try this. I'm hoping it keeps that formatting. Yeah, it did. It kept the formatting of the calcs. It's not as pretty. So, yep, that kind of stinks. So I think what I'm going to do on this... Oh, man. Yeah, I'll have to fool around with this a little bit. So I think what I'll do is I'll save these to Google Docs. I almost want to get like a website screenshot. That's not going to work because these are in these boxes. So that's probably as good as we can get, is with the export to Google Docs. So I'll go through and export all these. I'll get them all in the same Google Doc. But that just gives you a rough idea of how you can take a survey diagram and generate questions, exam questions. I'm going to do one more video in this series, I think, just without a diagram, just with some reference material. And we'll see what kind of exam questions we can come up with.